Welcome back. If you watched part 1 and 2, you're already familiar with entering your historic site into Clio and writing about it. But what about citing your sources of information? It's important to credit where our information comes from. As mentioned in previous videos, our goal is for each entry to offer a concise and compelling narrative drawn from the best available primary and secondary sources. We also want to connect the public to those sources. The good news is we made it very easy to cite sources in Clio. There's a built-in citation helper, so you don't have to worry about how different types of citations, like newspaper articles, websites, or books, need to be formatted. Just click on the big button under the Sources box. Use the drop-down menu to select the type of source you need to cite. Click OK, and you're off. Type or paste the information into each of the clearly labeled fields. Depending on your source, some information might be missing. For example, when citing a website, you may not be able to find the exact day the information you used was published. Enter as much as you can. Everything you put in today will help someone's research in the future. Click Add Source when you're done. Your citation is formatted automatically and pasted into the Sources box, and someone who worked hard on the research you used just got credit for their work. It's best to create a citation for every source you pulled information from, and with the citation helper, it only takes a few seconds for each one. You might need to place an empty line between each citation in the source box, and if you cut and paste your sources from another program, you might need to take a minute and review those. Just a couple edits and you'll have proper sources that make your entry look credible. One instance where it's okay to copy and paste is when you're actually quoting a source. We don't want our entire backstory section to be one long quotation from someone else, but sometimes you may find a couple sentences, maybe even a paragraph that's just too perfect not to be a part of your entry. It's certainly okay to sprinkle one or two of those compelling quotes into your original narrative. Let's put some quotation marks around that. Then we can hit the Quotes Formatting button above the backstory box to separate it from the rest of the text. Then visitors will read it for the important quotation it is. Then, to prove it came from a credible source, we can show people exactly which of our sources it originated from with a footnote. For short encyclopedic entries like Clio, it's okay to list sources at the end rather than creating a footnote for each paragraph. When using Clio, the rule is to include footnotes for quotes and simply list the other sources at the end. To create a footnote, you can just type the number corresponding to that source right after the quotation, highlight it, then click the Footnote Formatting button above. Pop back down to your Sources box and do the same thing to the number of the source you just footnoted. Presto! Now when someone loves what you quoted, they can find the book or the article and read the rest. That's Clio Citations in a nutshell. There are even more ways to tell the whole story of your historical site on Clio, with photos, videos, and more links. But that's for the next video. Thanks for watching.